Hello and welcome back to IRS and welcome back to Tier 2. We are live for round 5 in the Netherlands at Zandvoort, as we have a mandatory 2-stop race, a 36 lap race that's got to be split by 2 pit stops. We're in this 18-minute qualifying session first though, as Sienna in the Haas is coming around the banking onto the main straight, across the line to start the first flying lap of the day. I think they're going to be looking at 109s, I think 109s, 110s for Tier 2, if I remember rightly. We'll see some flying laps in a minute. Sienna's the first one. Go around the lap, we've got 2 Red Bulls, Max the Rat, who switched from the Williams, and the Burb coming through sector 1 as well. Bubbly is back in the Ferrari, also going through sector 2 now. Sienna coming up to the sector 2 checkpoint at 49.8. Purple sector 2, obviously. First person to go through it. Here we go then. Around the banking for the second time. It's going to cross the line. It's going to be a 1:11.5. The Burb is up next, followed by Max the Rat, a 1:09.7 for the Burb. Max the Rat, a 1:09.8. Good pace for the 2 Red Bulls there. We got Green in the Racing Bull making a debut today. Elmo of the Void, home Grand Prix for him. Definitely one for pole position today. Home Grand Prix is going to have a lot of pace here. So 1:09.6 on your opening lap puts in provisional pole. Outlaw did the 1:24.6. Not sure what happened there with him. Must have made a mistake somewhere. Fuller Dagger moving down from Tier 1 into Tier 2, thinking it's the better fit for him. P7, Wild Jaeger jumping in at P6, Bubbly goes P5, Flippy takes pole position away from Elmo, IRS LB44 and P9. Coming around the final corner, trying to improve on that 1:11.7 and moves up to P8 with a 1:10.8, just ahead of Green. There's a 1:10.9. Outlaw moves up to P4 with a 1:09.7. Finkit's championship leader, joint on points with the Burb, both on 70 points. Luke on 68, back racing today in the Aston Martin, so the championship battle well and truly on. This is the halfway point. Finn was very close to the Mercedes there. Outlaw pulled off the track as much as he could, but Finn was still very close. See what sort of pace Finn's got around here. We get a bit of a slipstream here as well from his teammate. Up to the line, and dives into the pits. Finkits moves up to P2 with a 1:09.5. Anyone else on the flying lap? Outlaw started another one. DMS Racing in McLaren. .5.0 into sector 1. Teammates currently sitting at P10. Can you get that McLaren anywhere near the top 10? Still got a bit of IRS in the tank. 49.4 for sector 2. Runs a bit deep there. Cost himself a good exit. Into the final corner. On the banking. On the run up to the line. What sort of time will this be? It's going to be a 1:10.7. Knocks his teammate one position down. That's 10th and 11th. DMS Racing has his teammate right behind and gets straight out of the way. Outlaw moving up to P2 with a 109.4 then. Will we see anyone possibly into the 108s? Is that a bit too much to ask? The Burb, as we said, 11 on points with Finn, currently 3 tenths up, looking to get himself ahead of his championship rival. How far ahead can he get though? Can he get himself into the top 2? So 109.320, 5 thousandths of a second away from Flippy, and 5 thousandths away from taking pole position. Bubbly into the pits, currently in the top 10. But a Diger starting a flying lap. IRS LB44, unfortunately not able to improve. Elbows invalidated. Max the Rat not improving on the lap time there. It's going boarded for the Diger, who's a 10th up into sector 1. I think tier 2 is definitely more suited for him. Should be nicely inside the points. Struggling to hit the apex there, runs onto the gravel a little bit. Only 13 thousandths of a second up in his time. Might see him abort this lap and dive into the pits. Which he do. Lost a bit of time there. Invalidation as well. IRS LB44. We'll be diving into the pits. Wild Jager. Is he on the lap? I believe he is. Currently P8 just behind Bubbly. So we come up to the sector 2 checkpoint. He's just under 2 tenths up. Needs a little bit more than that if he wants to jump the Ferrari of Bubbly or the Red Bull of Max the Rat. Looked like he had a good final corner there. Running up to the line. Could be a nice little improvement. So 109.8. Just ahead of Bubbly. Oh, Flippy's just started the lap at the wrong time. Just behind Green in the race symbol. I think that's Finn as well. Finn's also just started the lap. Finn's a 10th up. If one of these makes a mistake, they're going to cost themselves all their lap. But let's check the sector times. Are they up on their times? Green is 1.1 seconds up. Flippy 4 tenths down. Probably holding Finn up now as they come up to the line. There Here comes Green up to the line. Goes P5. Finn jumps up to P3. Flippy dives into the pits. Sienna just starting a lap. Along with Bubbly as well. Let's see what Bubbly's doing. Luke, the only driver yet to set a time. Down in P14. Let's see what Bubbly's got done. Five thousandths of a second down as Finn Kitts is. I'm not sure what he's doing. What happened there to him? But Bubbly not improving at the moment. How about coming into the sector 2 checkpoint? Bounce on time. 2 temps up. Just gonna see him into P7. Just ahead of Max to the Rat. He doesn't make a mistake here. Takes a bit too much curb. Which is gonna slow the car down. Here we go then. Up to the line. Bubbly should be P7. There we go. 3 temps improvement. Elmo of the Void with a 109.3. Making that Alpine 1-2. That's 15 thousandths of a second between the top 3 there. 90 thousandths of a second between the top 4. Just under a tenth. Luke, P8 in the Aston Martin. DMS Racing needs to find quite a bit of time here to try to get himself into the top 10. 2 temps up. You get a flag which is Outlaw. Sorry, put a Diger. Just slowing down. Getting off the racing line. Here comes DMS Racing. Looking to get further into the 110s. Stays P12. Just ahead of his teammate. Here comes Sienna in the Haas. Struggling to gain some time there. Quite a way off the pace at the moment. Max the Rat not improving. How's Luke getting on? Into the pits. That's how he's getting on. Max the Rat as well into the pits. I'd have been close to P1 here if I'd raced. Elmer on another flying lap here. That was a purple sector, I think it's sector 1. So Elmo looking like he could be on an improvement here again. And he definitely is. Just under 2 temps up. He's looking very quick. Can he possibly find 3 temps to get into the 108s? Drains the battery. Heads down to the line. Does a 109.1 and improves on that pole position. Let's jump back on board with Outlaw in P5. Down on his time at the moment. Makes a bit of a mistake there, and I think that's going to be him importing his lap maybe. No. Applies a bit of IRS. Let's try to find some time. Comes across the line. Is it an improvement? No, it's not. It's got one more chance. Put a Diger off the track. Just getting out of the way of the traffic behind before he rejoins. Which is Wild Jaeger going off the track as well. Touching the curb. I think both of them racing bulls are on out laps, so it doesn't really matter. So is the Ferrari. So Wild Jaeger making a bit of a mess there. Buddha Tiger as well. Sienna. He's gonna have to go again, but no improvements. Gonna run out of fuel as well. So that's his qualifying done. Outlaw saved up the battery. He's gonna go again. Alright, here we go then. Everyone's gonna be starting their final laps just about now. Who do we think can snatch pole position away from Elmo? Think it's could be one of them. He's backed off completely, 1.5 seconds down. The Burb starts another flying lap, so does Flippy. Let's see if Flippy can snatch away pole position from Elmo, who's currently in the pits. .41 thousandths of a second. Up in sector 1. Yellow flag just ahead. This is McLaren. Of IRS LB44 just getting away. Flippy's 3 temps up here. And Flippy's on the way to taking pole position away from Elmo at his home Grand Prix. Qualifying is now over. Here comes Flippy up to the line. It's going to be a 108.9. Just beats Elmo to pole position. I think Burb's going to get himself in a good position here as well, as IRS LB44 doesn't really get in the way there, but the Burb 109.2. P3. Finn's had a moment, that's his qualifying done. P4 at best. How's Bubbly getting on? Bubbly's backed off, he's done. So everyone's basically done. Luke P8. P3 in the standings are 2 points behind. Green's on a good lap here. 2 temps up. Personal best in sector 2. Coming out the final corner. Where's he going to put the racing ball? He's going to put it P4 then. Backed off at the line as well there. So it could have been a bit higher, I think. But Flippy taking pole position. The top 6 very close. That is the end of qualifying, and we get this mandatory 2 pit stop race underway. Congratulations to the top 3. Championship point for Alpine, as Flippy gets the pole position as a reserve driver. Oh, is it not going to give us? Yeah. Didn't give us the classification again. It's the second week in a row now. I'll be back in about a minute during the formation lap. Alright, formation lap underway. Most of the grid are on soft tyres. Only 5 drivers opting for the mediums. A few different strategies going on. Remember, this is a mandatory 2-stop race. Have to complete 3 full laps. So from the race start you can do the first 3 laps and box, but from pit stops you'll need to get about the in lap, go to the pits, forget about your out lap, and then set 3 full laps before you can box again. Something different here in IRS, just trying that out ahead of the 2025 season on the new game. Here we go then. Just waiting for IRS LB44 at the back to line up, and we'll have this tier 2 race underway. Here we go then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here at Zandvoort, and away we go. Who's got a better race start? Looks like Flippy's got away well, so is the Burb. Pulling alongside Outlaw into Elmo, into turn 1, but Elmo defends it well, managing to keep the Alpines 1 and 2. Green having a little look at Burb. Outlaw running wide, that allows Finn Kits to get on the outside and have a little run at him. Gets ahead. Bubbly under pressure from Wild Jager. A slight bit of contact. Wild Jager not giving Bubbly enough room. There's still more contact. Luke has lost the position at the race start there as he goes up the inside of Bubbly. Max the Rat and the Red Bull comes together with Luke. Slight bit of contact. But the Diger comes together as well with the Red Bull, who's sent a bit wide there and is now under pressure from the 2 McLarens who are side by side, but the 2 Alpines lead the way ahead of Burb, top 3 as they are. Top 5 as they are, I think that is actually. Outlaw on the medium tyres. He's going to be going a bit longer than the guys ahead. We've opted for the softs. First flying lap, a 1:15.8, and we've got the Burb having a go at Elmo here. Up the inside into turn 1. Still up the inside. Gets the job done. So the Burb on the move. It'll be interesting to see what sort of laps and strategies these guys pick, as Finn Kits, Green trying to have a look at Elmo there in the racing ball. 2 Alpines and 2 racing balls in the top 5. Looking for some good points here today in the constructor standards. Alpine could make a big jump here. We've got yellow flag, which I'm not sure who that is, but Elmo is currently ghosted with the Burb. Not sure what's happened there, but they're still ghosted inside each other. Green can take advantage of this. And there we go, back to the positions, but now Elmo's under pressure from Green, who's up the inside. Burb's up the inside of Flippy as well. Green going for a double move here, possibly. Into turn 1, he's got Flippy as well. Green up to P2. The Burb takes the lead, Elmo down to P4. Finn Kits. And Outlaw just behind. There's a massive train here. Top 10. All in DRS. And the 4 drivers at the back, not sure what's happened to them, but they've chopped off quite a bit. IRS LB44 under pressure from Sienna with a Diger battling with DNS Racing. Back to the top. And we've got Elmo all over the back of his teammate Flippy. Looking for a way past the Burb and Green, trying to push on. Both Alpines dipping their front lefts into the gravel there. But it's sort of calmed down now on this lap 3. We may see some drivers diving early here, try to get a fresh pit stop. and get some clean air. Green takes the lead of the race. Bubbly getting past Luke, who's struggling here. Alexander Ball doesn't have the pace that we've seen in some of the races he's been in so far this season. Here comes Burb again, all over the back of the racing ball. I think IRS saving on this track as well is quite big. Max the Rat already picking up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Winning lap 4. Here comes Burb. Had a great run there. Flippy and Elmo right behind as well in the Alpines. Here comes Burb. Probably about to get back past Green down into turn 1. He's using his ERS to try to defend. But Burb's going to take the inside line. Into turn 1. Should be able to get the exit and take the lead of the race. There we have it. Top 6 now in DRS. Not sure what's happened to Bubbly and Wild Jager, but they've dropped off quite a bit. Buddha Daiga into the pits and has just got a 10-second time penalty. So that is going to hamper his race even more than what it was already. Bubbly on P7 with the mediums, holding up Wild Jager. He hasn't got the pace at Zandvoort like we've seen. And who's that? Is that Elmo? No, it's Flippy, sorry. Flippy's spun around in the Alpine. What was looking like a very good result for Alpine has possibly just been completely ruined. DMS Racing is going to come up the inside of the Alpine and forces Flippy off the racetrack. And Flippy's going to drop all the way down to P13. Sorry, that's IRS LB44, not DMS Racing. And Flippy now really struggling. You're going to see him into the pits. Yellow flag as well. Who's that? Is that Wild Jager? That is Wild Jager off the track. So is Sienna off the track as well. There's a safety car. And Flippy has probably just boxed at the right time there. He could now be a pit stop ahead of everyone else. He technically is a pit stop ahead of everyone else now. Well, now everyone can pit actually. What I'm talking about. Talking rubbish. Getting ahead of myself there. Everyone can dive into the pits now. Safety cars only out in sector 1. Sienna has left the race. Not sure what's happened there. Send another invite. Let's see if everyone decides to box. I think they should. Yep, there we go. Green into the pits, the Burb into the pits, Elmo, Finn, Outlaw as well on the mediums into the pits, Bubbly as well. Max, Luke. Should see DMS Racing and IRS LB44 into the pits as well. I think we're going to see the whole grid into the pits here. Wild Jager in. Sienna's Hassan, yeah, we're going to see every single driver into the pits this lap. Who's going to get held up by their teammates, anyone? Yeah, Sienna's car will get held up. IRS LB44 getting past Wild Jager as well. Alright, then that has just helped out a couple people. Safety car coming in at the right time there for Flippy. But Green on his debut, leading the way. Ahead of the Burb and Elmo. Outlaw up into P4. Finn Kits P5. Bubbly's making a few overtakes up into P6 now. Just waiting for the rest of the grid to catch up. And that's the AI car of Sienna. I've sent some invites. Almost down on there, a few overtakes. Max the rat into the pits again. Not sure why. Oh, he's got some front wing damage. We'll have to box again though. I think that safety car has really ruined the two-stop race. What we could have seen. Oh, come on. The AI car's not catching up at all. Safety car is travelling quite fast, to be fair. Even though it doesn't look it. 100 miles per hour. Could be another lap, unfortunately. As the AI car finally catches up, and we wait for Bullet Tiger. So, what's that? 2 laps behind the safety car. Technically 3. Before we get racing again. Bullet Tiger into the pits again. He does realise that he has to do 3 full laps on those tyres. So the 2-stop will not count. If he's trying to go to the end of those tyres. Alright. I'm hoping Zipsel's going to be in this lap. Bullet Tiger should be able to catch up just in time for us to get racing again. Safety car in this lap, thank God for that. We'll invite Sienna one more time. Not sure if he's in the game or not. Alright, Green's going to be leading us away then, ahead of the Burb. What is safety car restart? Burb did drop back quite a bit there. Has now catched up. Here we go then. We wait for Green to restart us, leaving it very late on the banking. To leave it as late as possible to stop the run. Catches Burb ever so slightly sleeping. Restarts the race. Elmo has got Outlaw and Finn behind, who's trying to go around the outside of turn 1. On Outlaw. Outlaw's defending the inside, should be able to push Finn a bit wide here to keep the position. No, he doesn't. Great move from Finn there. Bubbly having a little look at Outlaw as well. Luke up into P7 now, due to those Mistakes up top from Flippy and Wild Jager, I think. Max the Rat as well, down to up to P10 now, just overtook DMS Racing. Luke having a bit of a moment there, coming under pressure from Flippy now, who's in P8. Green leading the way. 4/10 clear of the Burb. Hopefully don't see any more safety cars as well. The AI of Sienna, he's still not in the race, I'm not sure what's going on there. Did get saved with a safety car, and the AI is racing. DRS now enabled. Top two looking pretty quick here. Burb does look very quick, he's got 100% ERS still. Green only on 50%, going down ever so slightly. Elmo used quite a bit as well. It's going to be a long race, this one. Top 10 again, inside the DRS. Not sure what happened to IRS LB44. He was down in P14 and way off the pace. Has got wing damage, I think. Yeah, he does. And that's another safety car, is it? No, it's not. Just to get a flag for IRS LB44, who's having a horrid time on this lap. There's a yellow flag. But someone else has hit the wall there. I think that is Wild Jager again. Luckily for him, he can box and use that second stop onto a hard set of tyres and go for the rest of the race. Probably dropping off a little bit on those hard tyres. About to lose the DRS to the top 5. Goes wide as well off the track. Flippy's up the inside, taking advantage of that. Luke as well, possibly going to have a little look. But Bubbly struggling on those hard tyres. We'll have a new set of mediums to play with though on the next stop. Will Flippy be able to catch up with the top 5? They have got the DRS and those rear wings open. As you can see, the time loss, Flippy is losing down the straight, nearly 2 temps there. As the Burb and Green go side by side. Green trying to get a switchback, but the Burb with a good enough exit to keep the lead of the race as he gets by into P1 then. Elmo not too far behind still. Just hasn't got the pace to be right on the battle. But with these two squabbling, has managed to join in a little bit more. What would be great for this driver's standings if the Burb and Finnekits come together, and then Elmo and Outlaw got themselves into the fighting chance of the driver standards as well. That'd be quite cool. We've got Green as a reserve driver as well, retaking the lead off Burb, who is defending with the ERS. Yellow flag. Looks like that could possibly be Wild Jager or IRS LB44. I'm not sure which one. I think it's IRS LB44 who's still driving with no front wing, possibly waiting for a safety car. Back to the battle up top. Top 5 all on the mediums. Flippy not able to catch up as well. Is losing quite a bit of time. Another yellow flag. That's Bubbly this time in a Ferrari. Struggling with that corner. IRS 44 has retired in the pits, which is unfortunate to see. That's our first retiree of today. Here goes the Burb. Clearly Pit's also having a little look at Elmo in the background as Burb moves up into P1. And Flippy again losing a couple of temps down that straight. Has gained a little bit back there though in the sector 1 so far. He lost it again. Did make it up ever so slightly in one corner. It's a nice little battle down the back for the last points position for the Dagger and DMS Racing. For the Dagger drifting around that corner there. Outlaw having a slight look at Finn there. Elmo, Finn and Outlaw not really able to make any moves at the moment. But as we say that, Green has just made a slight mistake and to come under some slight pressure from Elmo for a second there. But has recharged the battery and sends a move on the Burb into turn 1. Doesn't get the exit though, and Burb defends it for this lap. Flippy is now 3.2 seconds off the top 5. In no man's land really with Luke, 6th and 7th, middle of the points. Unable to catch up due to the DRS of the top 5. And to be fair, Sector 1 are losing a lot of time. Sector 2 are making it up a little bit. Then it comes to Sector 3 and they lose the time completely due to the DRS. Top 5 getting very close to each other though, as the Green sent a move on that second DRS dome. Or first DRS dome to be fair. This is the second one here. As here comes Burb again. Elmo looked a bit racy there. The Burb up the inside into turn 1. Comes together with Green, who nearly hits the wall. Just about saves it. And that's going to help Flippy out quite a lot. 2.4 seconds. Elmo jumping up to P2 then, as he chases after the Burb for the lead. Finn moving up to P3, Outlaw P4, Green down to P5. We've got a yellow flag, and that's a Mercedes round, and that is Buddha Dagger in P12. Flippy's lost that time again. There's another yellow flag. And that's Buddha Dagger again there. Possible wing damage, yes it is. Here comes Elmo. Taking the lead of the race, I think for the first time. Well, who have I just missed boxing there? No, I haven't missed anyone boxing. I've missed Outlaw dropping down to P7 or possibly coming together with someone there. So it's now changed to a top 4. Possibly could have been a come together with Green in the racing ball. There have been some contact As Green has got damage to the front wing, but a Diker with Tyron in the pits in the Mercedes. So a bad lap there for the Mercedes as one comes together with another driver and the other one retires in the pits. 11 laps on these mediums. Luke managed to get back past Flippy as the Burb and Elmo battle it out for the lead into turn 1, side by side. Outlaws into the pits. Onto a set of hard tyres and changes the front wing. It's going to rejoin in P11. Just ahead of Wild Jaeger, who's headed down towards turn 1 as Outlaw rejoins the racetrack. So Wild Jaeger, not sure where he's going to be in this race. He did have that early incident and had to box early. That's why he's so far back. But could still be inside the top 10 by the end of this race. As I think Elmo's been pushing on a little bit here in the Alpine. He's used up a bit of the battery, trying to push on. And they're close to breaking the DRS with the 2 racing bulls. Finn was just under a second down there. As you see, he's 8 tenths. Got to be careful he doesn't lose that DRS to these guys. He's applying some ERS to try to catch up. But I think Elbow did push on a little bit there. Has used up quite a lot of the battery, as you can tell from the top 5. Pit stops are coming as well. Got people starting to push on a little bit here. Flippy hanging on to the back of Luke. He's probably got the better tyres now. Feeling those halves. Max the Rat has got Bubbly for company. He gets past him. Oh, and they come together. I think there's a bit of a misunderstanding there. And Bubbly has a moment, and then Max the Rat jumps back up the inside. Bit of a comedic couple of corners there. As Finn has lost the DRS. No, he hasn't. He's just about got inside. I see the 1 second gap. And I thought he didn't make it. But just about managed to stay in the DRS of the top 2. As we wait for these final pit stops. Got 15 laps to go. What's going on down there? It's the AI car of Sienna battling with DMS Racing. It's 100 AI, so DMS Racing currently battling with the 100 AI. Here comes Luke on Flippy with a DRS, moving back up into B5. Finn Kits, I think, has this time lost a DRS from the top 2. Yes, he has. Green as well, losing DRS from his teammate. And Burb gets past Elmo. 3 second time penalty for Wild Jaeger, who's trying to chase after Outlaw. But Finn, Kits and Green dropping back, which might be a good chance for them to dive into the pits and try to get an undercut maybe on Elmo and the Burb. Probably going for a switchback on Max the Rat, nearly coming together. Getting a bit tense between Max the Rat and Bubbly here for P7. Oh, and there's contact. As Max the Rat breaks a bit early, runs wide there as well. Bubbly gets a 3 seconds as well. Bubbly's losing his head. Doesn't need to battle this hard. To be fair, they're 18 seconds off. And struggling with pace as Green dives into the pits. So does Flippy. I think we might see Bubbly into the pits this lap. No, we don't. Here comes Bubbly up the inside. Safety car. Safety car. Safety car. So that changes things quite a bit. Flippy going for the softs as well. That's quite Green as well, both going for the soft tyres. Safety cars just changed everything though. So basically the 2-stop was irrelevant this race. The mandatory 2-stop was completely irrelevant. As well, Jager dives into the pits there. You see Elmo into the pits. What do they go for? Mediums? Yeah, Elmo's going for mediums. He's been on softs already. Goes for a medium. The Burb as well. Finn Kit's going for the softs. Luke going for the softs. He's up to P4 now as well, Luke. Flippy's going to be P5. Max the Rat gets a 10-second on top of that 10-second he already had. So that's... Sorry, did Max get a 10-second or someone else? I'm not going to see anything actually. And Matt picking up a 10-second there. This is very unfortunate. That's going to drop him by DMS Racing. Going to have to dive back into the pits and serve that 10 seconds. That's while Jager get ahead of Bubbly. Around the outside, it's going to be close. But while Jager just getting Bubbly there. At P11. So Elmo leading the way at his home Grand Prix. The Dutchman, and he finished strong. Take the victory here. Alexander Vaught. Up on the likes of the Burb, Finn, Luke and Flippy, even Green. Try to take that away. Sienna's AI is going to be a bit of a problem here. Hasn't gone into the pits. So that might hold up out a little bit. We've got Max the Rat into the pits to serve that 10 seconds. Gonna drop him back into P12. Onto a brand new set of softs as well by the looks of it. It's going to be a 10 lap shootout towards the line, unless there's no more safety cars. Safety car being next lap then. Max the Rat a bit too far back. Has now only got that 3 seconds. The bottom 3 in this race, Wild Jager, Bubbly, Max the Rat, all with 3 seconds each. The biggest gainer with Luke with 4 positions. We're going to ignore Sienna because that is an AI car and has been an AI car for the majority of this race. And Max the Rat has now caught up. So a safety car will be in at the end of this very long lap. To be fair, those soft runners are going to have 10 laps, so it was a good choice. Outlaw stayed out on the hards. It was very interesting. He's going to be under pressure at the start, I think, when the guys behind him. As I think, not sure what happened with Bubbly and Max the Rat there. Come on, safety car, speed up. Let's get this race underway. Fastest lap at the minute is a 111.7 by Green. I think we're about to see that be beaten, possibly. Safety car in this lap. Here we go then. Round 5 is the halfway point of the season. After this, we'll have 5 more races. To the Burb, as it stands right now, taking the lead of the championship by 3 points ahead of Finn. Oh, Elmo, that was a bit dodgy there on that restart. I'm not sure if he seemed to brake. Burb's lost the position because of it on those medium tyres. There's freeway battle, this could go wrong as Luke was looking for a move past Burb. Green having a look at Luke. He gets a fabulous exit there on those soft tyres. But Burb was under massive pressure there from Elmo, who did restart a bit dodgy. There's a massive battle here for the last points position as Wild Jager sends it up the inside of Outlaw. He's under massive pressure here. Still trying to stick it around the outside. DMS Racing on the mediums having a little look as well. Max the Rat up to P10 now, side by side with DMS Racing, who's gone a bit too deep there. Luckily enough, takes a lot of the curb and manages to avoid coming together with DMS Racing, Bubbly and P11. But Elmo leading the way still. Here comes Burb, having a look up the inside. Thought about it, a bit too far back. Did drain quite a bit of the battery there as well. Back to this little battle here. Max the Rat managing to get past Outlaw as well, who's dropping back on those hard tyres. Bad decision from him. Not diving into the pits. We got Bubbly having a look at DMS Racing. He's run a bit wide there. Bubbly having a little look as we look at the rear wing of Outlaw. Bubbly's going to stick it up the inside. And I'm not really sure about Bubbly there. That was a bit of a late move on DMS Racing. They're battling for a point now. And points are a big thing. More contact between Burb and Green there. The Racing Bull and the Red Bull coming together as Elmo pushing on those medium tyres. Here comes Finn though with a massive slipstream, 111.6, getting himself into the lead of the race. Well, those softs are going to die out soon. and very soon, so I think Elmo's in a prime position here. As there's more contact in the background between Green and Burb. Flippy also trying to sneak in there, getting a few positions. We got Bubbly off the track. There's another safety car, and that does help the soft runners out ever so slightly. I think if I was Outlaw, time to dive into the pits on the softs. But Bubbly at the back, who's retired from the session now as well, on purpose, which is not good. This safety car should be a bit quicker though. The whole grid all together, unless someone dives into the pits, because I don't think anyone should. Everyone stays out. No, is that Outlaw boxing? Yeah, it is. I thought that would happen. Everyone else except Outlaw staying out. Who dives into the pits for a brand new set of softs? Could have been a very good position here on this restart. Unlike the last restart, I was going to get swamped by the drivers around him due to being on those hards. So this time we're going to have a 5-lap shootout. It was 10. Now it's changed to 5 after this third safety car. Everyone's completed their mandatory 2 stops as well, so we haven't got to worry about that. Don't have to disqualify anyone. So it's just a straight race to the line now. Hopefully we don't see any stewards' inquiries, any penalties to be handed out after this one. The safety car out for one more lap. Outlaw trying to overtake the AI car. Don't blame him. Driver of the day at the moment, who would that be? To be fair, Finn, Luke. What's going on here? The Bourbon, Green, overtaking each other for some reason. Outlaw trying to overtake that AI car but not working. Safety car then should be in at the end of this lap, and that should be it for safety cars. Should be a straight race to the end of the flag. There we go. What can Finn do then on those 7-lap-old softs? It's going to have 5 laps to hold off the challengers behind, as Max the Rat has had a moment there and spun behind the safety car and is now down to P11 behind Outlaw. And there's another spinner, which is Wild Jaeger, and I'm not sure what's happened to Wild Jaeger there, but that is his race well and truly over as he retires from the race. The 2 drivers there losing it under the safety car. As Max the Rat getting a bit feisty there on the restart, but we're underway. And Elmo is under pressure from Luke into turn 1. And Luke getting up into P2. The medium is not working right now. The softs are running away with it. Elmo deploying that battery though, trying to get himself into a good position to fight back and keep himself on that podium. We got Outlaw having a look at DMS Racing. Very much quicker, should be able to get a slingshot out of here and up the inside and into P7, which he does. Outlaw on the move on those new softs. He's got to do a lot of work quickly though. The softs still working well, still working better than the mediums, as the green is showing. All over the back of Burb, trying to send it up the inside into turn 1. And there we go, the softs 1, 2 and 3. What can Flippy do on his softs? Not looking quicker than Outlaw. He needs to dispatch the Alpine very quickly here. He wants to get on that podium. To be fair, Burb looks like he's making the mediums work here. Burb's pushing on a bit more than Elmo. Looks to have a bit more pace with these medium tyres. Outlaw not able to get past Flippy this lap. He's got to use these softs to good advantage here. He's not doing so at the moment. Back to the battle for the lead of the race. Here comes Luke having a look. Green's having a look as well. Luke running into the back of the racing bull. More contact there between Green and Luke. Burb and Elmo just behind, along with Flippy, who's having a little look as his teammate. Burb very quick through sector 2. I've noticed that. But these softs starting to wear out, and I think the mediums are starting to come into play here, because these three are very bunched up. And Burb's able to use the medium tyres in the corners now compared to these softs. Not able to get the exit. But you can just see Burb's able to get the power down a lot quicker than these guys ahead. A lock up for Green. There you go then. IRS being used from the top 3 again. Early braking from Green there. What can Burb do? Penultimate lap of the race. Lap 35. As it stands, Luke's taking the lead of the championship away from Finn and the Burb. Finn having to lift off ever so slightly. There's a yellow flag, and that is Max the Rat out of the Grand Prix. We'll get 1 point though. Has completed 90% of the race, so Max the Rat will get that 1 championship point. Outlaw picks up a 3-second time penalty. Luckily enough for him, DMS Racing is further than 3 seconds behind. Oh, bit of moving under braking. Outlaws come together with Flippy as well. About to start the last lap. Here comes Burb, trying to get in the slipstream with the 4 cars ahead. Luke's trying to defend with everything he's got. Here comes Burb up the inside of Finn. Side by side action. Sorry, up the inside of green, because Finn's just taking the lead of the race ahead of Luke. The Burb's looking at every opportunity that he can get. Flippy's had a moment in the background. Here comes Elmo with the ERS, trying to look for a way past on the Burb. Luke's looking for a way past on Finn. Burb's right up the inside of the green. No one's able to make a move. Will Burb try to sling it up the inside? No, he doesn't. No one's going for a late move here, trying to get onto the podium. Burb's had a great exit on the green. Looks to be trying to get himself into a podium position. Green tries to outbrake it. Doesn't quite make it work. Tries to go around the outside. Burb's got the exit. But Green deploys the ERS to keep it up the inside. Burb's got the outside line. Finn's going to win the race. As we come up to the line, Finn's going to win round 5 and keep the lead of the championship. Luke's going to come home in P2. Green just gets Burb at the line. Elmo comes home in P5. Flippy P6. Outlaw's going to come home in P7 ahead of DMS Racing. And then ahead of Sienna in the AI car. Finn Kit's getting driver of the day. Hopefully the game's going to give us the confirmation here. There we go. We have got it. Finn Kit's winning the race. Keeping the lead of the championship. Luke moving up to P2 in the standings ahead of Burb. Elmo staying in P4. Debut podium for the green. Fastest lap as well. Another contender for driver of the day. Luke as well, but I think we're going to have to give driver of the day to Finn Kits from P5 on the grid to P1. Very good race from him. First mandatory two-stop in IRS before. Kind of got thrown out the window by the safety cars, but it is what it is. Something we can look forward to in the future. I'll try again. That's the halfway point of Tier 2 done. 5 more races to go in this season. Finn Kit's leading the way, just ahead of Luke and the Burb. The championship battle is on. Make sure you tune in next Sunday to see how round 6 will go. Thank you for watching. I've been your commentator, Hello Hi, and we'll see you back here next Sunday for Tier 2 again. Peace out.